What is going on, everyone? Average player. I am trying to do a little bit more of more videos here and there. I just did the revised Dino deck list because I don't think Doodle Bee stuff was good in that deck and changed it up for a little bit more hand traps. I am trying to figure out a perfect side deck, and I'm gonna go over the perfect side deck with you guys here within the next few days. But in the meantime, before the ban list drops, I'm trying to get this one out, especially getting it out not the morning of the fucking ban list. So it makes it seem like I just copied the ban list, even though I got it out the morning before the ban list. That's happened last time. It was in the morning. It was the morning of the ban list last time, but we're gonna get into it slowly. Um, First we're gonna talk about the ban cards, and I have a black screen, right? And we're gonna pull down from the black screen. And we're gonna slowly show each section off, but we're gonna start off with the ban cards. There's 3 here. 2 of them are very, very, very understanding. And one I'm going to explain. So we're going to pull it down. We're going to talk about, here at the band cards, we're going to talk about Hot Red Dragon, Archfiend, King Calamity, Gimmick, Puppet, Nightmare, and Link Karibo. Now, Hot Red Dragon, Archfiend, King Calamity obviously is a big issue with Crimson Dragon being able to cheat it out on your opponent's turn and locking you being able to play the game. It's pretty shitty. Gimmick, Puppet, Nightmare, basically same thing. He's Albion Sanctifier Dragon. To target in your graveyard, special into your opponent's field. They can't summon. You lock him out of the game. OTK him next turn. That's how it works, right? That's just the simple, self-explanatory reasons of why I believe that those 2 cards deserve to get banned, right? Link Karibo, on the other hand, I feel like that since Konami's not gonna hit Snake Eyes in the most absolute direct way possible, right? And I have a couple hits on here for Snake Eyes. Right, one of them is an older card, and it's a Fire King card. 2 of them are Fire King cards. One of them is newer, but that's from the structure deck. The other one's old, and then there's a couple other cards in here, but we're gonna get to that. But this is an indirect hit to Snake Eye Fire King because it gets rid of your level 1, puts it in the graveyard, and then being able to get another level 1 in graveyard whenever you want to after you get off your field is pretty good, especially with Flamberge being a card. So that's the reason why I think Link Karibo will get the axe, because it's a total Konami move, right? So that's what I'm saying. Link Karibo's gonna get the axe because it's a total Konami move, and I can see Konami literally just pulling that. All right, now we're gonna go on to the limited. Now I have Fire King Island and Sanctuary here because I am saying it's going to be one or the other, and not the other way around, right? So, and I'm saying it's gonna get limited, right? Either the island or the Sanctuary. Sanctuary is the placer. It's the searcher, what places on your field, and island is island, and it's just a good card for the whole strategy. You get rid of 1 to 1, the other one can stay at 3. I don't see there's a point of... I don't think there's a point of limiting them both. That's my opinion. I think it's pointless. So you limit one or the other. That's it. Snake Eye Ash. It is one of the older Snake Eye cards. Right? It's been around for a little bit, and it is a very good combo piece. It's very consistent. It's a very good card for the consistency of the deck, shall I say. So Snake Eye Ash is a reason a card get limited. Another reason I put it on here is because it's been out for a little bit. Now we're going to get into the Diabellstar engine, which is also a very big enabler for this deck to pop off. I'm going to hit both Diabellstar and Wanted to 1, but you can make the argument that if you hit one, you don't have to hit the other. Whatever, right? Which is another indirect hit to Snake Eye Fire King, ruining their consistency by a load, and that's about all it is. You know, the Diabellstar engine basically gets you level 1 fire to your field. Snake Eye Ash, Poplar, cards like that. And that's another, in my opinion, indirect hit for the deck. Now we're going to go into the Floodgates. Anti-Spell, Summon Limit, and Skill Drain are all very self-explanatory. They're very unfair cards. I understand there's ways to get rid of them, but Anti-Spell turns off a whole turn and turns off spells. Summon Limit is just a very oppressive card to play under, and we've been seeing that at the YCS. This card has been played a lot. Skill Drain, don't need to explain why. Whatever, right? But Tidal, we're going to take Tidal and put him to 1 because I think he's the only one left. Yeah, I think he's the only one left. If not, it's Redox, but whatever, right? I think Tidal's the only one that has left to get unbanned, right? And that's basically what we're going to do is just finish unbanning the Dragon Rulers. And that's about it. That's all I have for the limited section. Which, it's not much. It is quite a lot, but I'm asking a lot of Konami here. But now we're gonna go to the semi-limited here. This is where we're gonna start removing cards, I feel like. We're gonna try to remove cards off the ban list a little more. And we're gonna talk about Harpoor, obviously. He's not doing anything right now. Bring him to 2. Gamma is a quality of life card. And I say that because not every deck can play Gamma, and the problem is with Fire King still being so good, if you bring Gamma to 2, it does negate and destroy, which does get your Fire King's effects. If your opponent's playing Fire Kings, it does give them their effects. And decks like Sprite, albeit not having Elf, have the ability to play and get rid of the Droll or whatever, or the Ash, whatever monster effect that your opponent's going to try to get off to stop your starter or whatever. Other decks that can use it, like Synchros, get a free 8 or whatever. I feel like it can come back. It is just so versatile. I can see why they have it at 1 for being versatile, but I think it can start coming back to 2. And it does start addressing the heavy hand traps, like the Shifters and the Drolls. And I feel like that's going to be a nice even medium for the deck, or for hand traps. Or, yeah, for hand traps. I feel like it's a nice even medium against those hand traps, those oppressive hand traps, without hitting the hand traps. Because we all know Konami ain't going to hit the hand traps. All right, called by the 2. I can see it, especially with Fire King being more and more of a deck and hand traps being used a lot more. That's just me, though. I think the card's there. I do have a Copium section. I probably should have put that there, but whatever. And then I can basically redox the same thing with the Dragon Rulers coming off the ban list very, very, very slowly. Unlimited, though, we're going to finish with my boy Pankratops coming to 3 because he went to 2 on less ban list. Nobody's really playing it. I play him at 2, and I don't even see the card. So Pankratops to 2, or Pankratops to 3, Terratop to 3. You can't really hurt anything there. I'm pretty sure Terratop's already at 3, but I could be wrong. Double check me. But, yeah, and then we're going to fully remove this for the Copium section. And it is going to be Sprite Elf. That is always a Copium. Bring back for me because I'm a Sprite player. I still feel like it would need an errata, but I think it could be fine. That's just me, though. Not every deck plays level 2. Fire King can't abuse the card because, they don't play level 2s. They do play a few Link 2s, but this card doesn't summon back Link 2s. It only summons level 11 rank, right? I think so. I think it only summons back level and rank. But, it's not really that good in Fire Kings, especially when they lock themselves in the fires. Not every deck can play it because it does require 2. I think it's perfect. Tier has fallen off quite a bit, and it's not going to help them out that much to come back. If anything, it's just going to help Sprite. And that's about the extent of why I think if Elf would come back. Red Reboot, quality of life. Lab is still good. If you're not going to hit all these freaking floodgates, you might as well bring Red Reboot back. It's the floodgate to stop floodgates, to be fair. Paying half your life points to activate a card from your hand that's a counter trap is really good. And being able to turn off your opponent's trap cards for the turn is really good. But I'd say Elf and Red Reboot would go to 1, not 3. That's the Copium. And the other Copium is Miscellaneousaurus going to 2 before eventually going to 3, but that is a literal plain cope because we all know Konami do not want to deal with that shit again. But I like my boy Misk. It helps with the late game. If you're not playing the cards in your Dino deck to specifically bring it back, like if you're not playing Nemesis Keystone or if you're not playing Coatlis, Misk is hard to come by, to be honest with you. It's at 1. You can recycle it, but you have to play cards for it. So this is it for my ban list prediction. I want to see what you guys say. Let me know down in the comments. See you later.